Sometimes a man needs space to be alone between the stars, apart from the concrete, indistinguishable from the void. And a long way from home is putting it mildly. And other times a man's gotta put his feet on solid ground, feel the heat of the sun, and work on a good tan. Find some people who want to partake.
This has been the great test of all the great civilizations throughout history, is that when the time came, the average citizen said, I will sacrifice myself for the country.
And these kids didn't want to be there. 17, 18, 19 years old, they wanted to be shooting .22s at rabbits, not M1s at other young men. They wanted to be throwing softballs, not hand grenades. But there was an evil force loose in the world. And it fell to them to have to deal with it, because when the challenge came, that the society said to them, you gotta go out there and fight. And they did.
30 seconds! God be with you!
Stand out of your weapon. Keep those actions clear. I'll see you on the beach.
Move your men off the beach! Down!
Graduating from college is a bit like what these men faced that day on Omaha Beach. They trained for it, and when the order came, they dove right into it.
Clear the shingle!
But they had no idea where they'd be at the end of the day, or the next day, or if they'd ever see home again.
During the D-Day invasion of World War II.
You graduates have to decide where you want to dive in and what you want to do. No pressure.
Some private in the 101st lost 3 of his brothers, and he's got a ticket home.
I don't know anything about Ryan. I don't care. But if finding him so he can go home, if that earns me the right to get back to my wife, well, then that's my mission.
My name is Brian Ross. I'm a graduate of Eastern's Radio Television Department, class of 1985.
Eastern Washington University Radio Television and Associated Students present Primetime Video Awards 85!
I always loved movies and TV, and from the very first days of MTV, I was inspired to seek a new path that led me to Eastern, the best alternative to USC Film School in the Spokane area.
Dream come true. Wine, whale, and song and poo.
If you've seen my posting on YouTube regarding the adventures of Len, you know what that work meant to me.
Eastern Washington University Summer Stock 84 presents The Adventures of Len continue!
Len! Diary and pig dog!
Shut. Slowing down real time tonight. We're gonna have a good time.
How many stars that all pay the price? How many stars that all pay the price? How many stars that all pay the price for you?
Here's just a little bit of background on me. I was born in Spokane in the early 50s and raised a first-generation TV junkie. My dad had an 8mm Bolex and enjoyed doing a little bit of that. I went to the UW in 1970 and was an art major for 2 years, but dropped out to play in a rock and roll band. In the mid-70s, I moved down to LA to seek my fortune, as it were. I attended Hollywood Boulevard film classes, then attempted to shoot this short film. Unfortunately, I loaded the stock improperly, which made the result unusable. A little distraught, I gave up a life in the visual arts for the time being. Back in Spokane, I sold and installed alarm systems for my dad and jumped out of airplanes for fun. And one day I went out to Eastern Radio Television Department to sell him an alarm system, took a look around, said, this is where I want to be. And I look back on that now as some of the best years of my life. And then I, like you, had a decision to make. Based on my influences and a family history in Hollywood, there was really only one place for me to go.
Meet Ella Carroll.
I've got a great idea for a movie.
No! He knows what he wants.
I do?
Yes, you do.
What do you got?
The first job was as an unpaid production assistant on a low-budget, non-union 35mm feature called Smart
I
Alec.
need my money back.
Your money?
We're looking at his picture now, Alex.
Alec.
And it was an opportunity to be both in the production office and on the set.
What did you say your name was? Alec.
Smart Alec, coming soon to theaters everywhere.
And though it was destined to go straight to video, I did make a friend from then on in the movie star, Ben Glass.
Mr. Von Cram. This means you're gonna do it.
Now, the only thing is missing is my signature.
And the director, Jim Wilson, who would become a major part of my professional life and would go on to win an Academy Award.
There's the auto.
I told Jim I'd always worked on a production from beginning to end. And with that, was offered the assistant film editor job for a whopping $300 a week. We spent 3 months cutting the film on a flatbed editor in Ben's apartment.
Auto.
Daddy! 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 Daddy!
It's a new day, there's a new way to make your life complete.
While I might have liked to pursue another film editing job, I met a video cameraman, David West, who worked for a video production and rental company. I immediately doubled my paycheck and was also given many opportunities to shoot, edit, and wear other hats as I had done at Eastern. This was my American Videogram era, where low budgets were often stretched thin. We did, however, manage to have some fun.
Everybody knows that being a stranger in town can be a mighty lonely thing. You don't know anybody, and nobody knows you. The problem is, where does a stranger find interesting people to talk to? There's only one place to go. Only one way where a stranger isn't a stranger any longer.
For only $2 plus any tolls, you can share in a live phone fantasy just by calling 976-3388. And it's live, not a recording. Imagine the fun we can start just by picking up your telephone.
Or that you were a famous rock and roll star with screaming female fans all over you.
Pick up the phone and call me at 976-3388. Now, go ahead. I dare you.
And the winner is...
All right, one more time. Where were you on the night of the crime?
I told you, I was on the phone most of the night talking to 8 different people. It's a party line. You call up and you say whatever you want.
You expect us to believe that you can have your own party on the phone?
Yeah, and so can you guys.
All right, let's take him back to the cage. Before you go, you're entitled to one phone call.
Hello? Who's on the line? Hi, Victoria, is that you?
That's exactly what.
Hey, could you guys keep it down? I'm on the phone in here, all right?
Financed by some South Korean money, I shot these videos on the cheap and mostly like little travelogue pieces. Corny music, sure, but worth a couple weeks of work. Ben assisted and made several cameo appearances.
Hey, you guys. You're talking so much about all those other bands, I can't get a word in edgewise. I mean, I thought I was the only person on the label. I guess I'm not. I hope I'm still your favorite, because I want to sell twice as many records as I sold last year. Okay?
Maybe what you're seeing is a bit of grandiosity on my part. Or maybe it's just an image of what you would like for me to be. I'm not sure. But if it works for you, well then it works for me.
down, get the lights. Well, you don't have to worry about the rats. Big as the roaches are, they probably ate them all.
Morris, this can't be it. Baby, please.
This love is perfect, perfect, perfect life.
The Winans in concert.
Rarely has a group rocked me to my knees with as much impact as the Winans. The Winans explode with life and truth and passion.
I did my share of live directing at Eastern and had this rare opportunity to do it in the real world, though it's not something I was really pursuing.
Like father, like son. Is that really true? I'm Courtney Gebhardt, and today on Teen Talk, we're going to explore that question.
As I mentioned, David West is the guy that brought me into American Videogram, and we even shared a condo close to the beach in Venice for a while. He's still a director of photography these days, and we did a number of projects together as a team.
If you're arrested for drunk driving or any other criminal offense, the law offices of Chuck Walker can help.
Call collect, day or night. Area code 213-374-HELP.
So how do you score an insane gourmet meal like this for next to nothing? You go to the new Phil and Jim's real-time video, right, bro? They have over 3,000 killer movies, hot titles from 49 cents.
Over 3,000 movies, hot ones, from 49 cents. At Phil and Jim's, Phil and Jim's, Phil and Jim's. They're everywhere.
Phil and Jim's, because some of us can afford to be picky. Be picky.
At the Beverly Theater, a new dramatic musical, Don't Get God Started, starring Torian Black, Chip Fields, and Vanessa Bell Armstrong.
Oh, so Miss Mavis' little boy want to come home and play Spit on Him wife. Well, I don't want to play that, Jack.
Listen, you don't know who you talking to or what you talking about, so just give me some air.
Don't Get God Started. Call 410-1062.
Don't expect them never, just because it seemed rough. And I see you've been so careful to forget how good it was. I've never given in, no. Oh, I've never given up.
And what would a California reel be without a bikini contest? In all cases, we were following the basic rules. Number one, making the rent, and later on, the mortgage. The Videogram era was a good one in that I learned a lot about the biz in LA and made a good connection for renting cameras and other gear. And even as a production assistant for Smart Alec's production manager, I learned new tricks. A Videogram connection hooked me up with a gal who needed a director of photography for a demo to help sell her screenplay idea. For once, I got to shoot some film, and this time I had a knowledgeable assistant.
Hi.
Hi.
You selling me something?
Oh, no, it fell off the wall and broke.
I'll get it fixed. That's fine.
Okay, sorry to have bothered you.
That's all right. Nice to meet you.
You hear about Charlie? He married this stupid American cow, and now he's made up. He's got the cool pad, he's got the pool, and he's got the green card.
Got it made. You must be a stupid cow to marry him for that.
Let's
right.
go party, man.
Yeah, we gotta go. I'll see you later, guys. Desi, where you going? Desi, wait!
Stupid cow? Is that all we Americans mean to you guys?
She's not that bad. As a matter of fact, she's pretty nice.
Well, get a divorce. You can have her.
You're lucky you found her. You would have paid through the nose to get anyone to marry you.
Whose side are you on?
Hers.